Welcome to the video on scientific notation for your Cornell Notes homework. We are going to talk about what a number looks like in scientific notation and how to figure out if a number that's in scientific notation is greater than or less than +1, or if it's greater than or less than -1. So where did that number fit on the number line? Let's start off by looking at what a scientifically notated number looks like. First of all, it's going to have one and only one number in front of the decimal that is not a 0. So it must have a number 1 through 9 to the left of the decimal. Meaning that you can't have a number like this, because that's a 0, you can't have a 0 in front of the decimal, and you can't have a number like this, because that has two numbers in front of the decimal. You could only have one number in front of the decimal. Next thing a scientific notation number looks like, it has to have a times 10. Otherwise, it's just a plain old number. It also has to have an exponent. The exponent has to be a whole number. Must be a whole number. It can be 0. Any number under the sun raised to the 0 power is 1. So 0 is a decent power. It just means that we cancel out the times 10 there. Some things that it could have include a negative sign out in the front. That means this number is less than 0, a negative number. So just like any other negative number, this could be a negative number less than 0. It could also have a negative sign for the exponent. Now that has nothing to do with whether it's less than 0. That has to do with whether it is less than 1. Somewhere between 1 and 0 or -1 and 0, depending on whether it's positive or negative here. So if you see a negative sign there, then the number is a decimal. If it's positive, then the number is greater than 1 or less than -1. But if there's a negative sign there, that means it fits in this part of the number line. So this number is negative and negative, so this means it's less than 0, and this means it is between -1 and 0. So let's go ahead and take these 5 numbers and put them on our number line and make sure we understand where they belong. There is no negative sign here, so therefore this number would be greater than 0. However, there is a negative sign here, so that means it's less than 1. So A would fit here. And in fact, if we did this number, took it out of scientific notation, that -9 means that I would take the decimal here and move it 9 spaces to the left. So we would get 0.0000000005, a very small number, but still positive.
Decorah Bonner to the front office. Decorah Bonner to the front office.
Okay, next number has a negative out front. That tells us that it is less than 0. It also has a negative sign up there, which tells us it's between 0 and -1. So B would go here on the number line. And again, because there's a negative sign there, we have to move our decimal 3 spots to the left. So it would be -1, 2, 3 spots to the left. So a small negative number. C has an exponent of 0. Well, any number under the sun raised to the 0 power is 1, so that 0 makes this a 1. And any number times 1 is itself. There is no negative sign here, so that means we just got 2.68, which would go right there. So this number would be 2.68. Next one, negative sign here, so it's less than 0, but no negative sign there. So it is a very large number that is less than 0. So it would go down here, way down here. Their positive exponent means that I would take my decimal and move it 9 spaces to the right. So then we would have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 spaces to the right. But it's still negative because it has a negative sign out there. Last number, no negative sign here, so it is greater than 0. No negative sign there, so it's greater than 1. This number would be way out here. And again, positive exponent means I would move my decimal 4 spaces to the right. So 73000. I'd like that to be my paycheck for the year, but it's not. So that's how you can tell whether a number in scientific notation is greater than 0 or less than 0, or is it greater than -1? Is it here, or is it here, or is it somewhere over there? Thank you.